Hello and welcome to this video series on Daily Current Affair Booster. And if you're preparing for any of these exams, say IAS, CDS, FCAT, NDA or CAPF, this video is gonna be really helpful for you. Because here we discuss all the important news snippets from The Hindu, Indian Express, RSTV, PIB and All India Radio. So today's date is 1st November 2018. So let's see what are the important articles that we're gonna discuss here. So the first is about the improvement in the ranking when it comes to ease of doing business. Because you need to understand, because our ranking last time was actually 100 out of the 190 countries. But right now we have improved our ranking and right now we are at 77th rank. So we are among the one of the fastest improving countries within BRIC and South Asian country. So that's a very good news about it, because what happens after this is most of the companies will find it very much suitable and very conducive environment when they come to India for investment. Not just the tax regulation you can talk about, but also the clearances for the land. All those will be actually eased. That's the whole reason why we have got 77th rank among the 190 country when it's come to ease of doing business. Also, to understand the parameters here, you need to understand what is good when it comes to India's ranking here. First is when dealing with the getting the permits or getting any of the documents signed, you can get it done by all these things in India. Also, if when it comes to paying tax, the compliance is really easy. Also, if you want to enforce any contracts, that has become very much easier for us. Also, what is actually bad here? If you want to start a business, earlier there used to be a lot of hindrance. You need to file a lot of documents. The amount of red tapeism that was involved has been reduced now. That's the sole reason why the ranks have improved. Also, say you want to trade across one state to another state, you want to trade across Andhra Pradesh to Telangana, Andhra Pradesh to Karnataka, you can do that also. So because of that ease, your ranking is also improved. Also, getting electricity connection or getting a registration for a property, all these things are very much essential if you want to start a business within India. And for any foreign country who wants to start or infuse money into India, they need to make sure that all these things are there and available in an easy manner. Since we have been working on this ever since, also we have been visiting a lot of countries and telling them to invest in India. This was the first step that you need to take, so that all the companies which comes in India feels like home. And that's the reason why our ranking has improved to 77 when it comes to ease of doing business. Moving forward, this is about the growth rate of states. So as you know that every country has a growth rate, we actually measure it. So GDP growth we call it. But in the same way, we have actually calculated the growth of every state. So for the last 4 years, uh, Andhra Pradesh have got the highest amount of growth. So it is the only state in the country which has got the double digit growth, followed by Telangana and then the Karnataka. Also, you might remember that in the beginning of the year, Gujarat was actually having the highest growth rate. But the later part of the quarter, what happened is their growth actually deteriorated, and now we can see that Andhra Pradesh is at top, followed by Telangana and the Karnataka. And I've told you about the 4 years within India, we have the growth rate of 7.3, whereas Andhra Pradesh have got a double-digit growth rate. Here on the map, you can see all the important states which I've been mentioning here. So you can see Telangana here, its capital is Hyderabad. You can see Andhra Pradesh here, its capital is Amravati, and here you can see Karnataka, its capital is Bangalore. So just have a look at all the adjacent state which it touches. Say for example Karnataka, how many states does it touches? It touches Goa here, Maharashtra here, it touches Telangana here, it touches Andhra Pradesh here, it touches Tamil Nadu and touches Kerala. So when it comes to Telangana, you need to understand it touches Karnataka, followed by Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh. Here you will see Orissa is also touching. Here you'll see Andhra Pradesh is touching. If you want to know about the states which touches Andhra Pradesh, they are basically Orissa here, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, and Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So this way, just have a look at the map. You can see it over here again. So all the states which touches these particular important states, then you need to understand that. Followed with, this is a agreement which has been taken between India and Japan. So this is known as currency swap arrangement. So if you want to understand very clearly what happens is, say you want dollars. So what you can do, or basically the Japanese yen, you want that currency, right? So what you will do is you will give them the same rupee value and that will be exchanged for the yen. So based on the exchange rate that has been decided, you will get the money. So this is like if you want in need of money and you want to infuse more money into your economy. So you want to infuse dollar right now, because why? Because our rupee value is depreciating. So if you supply more and more dollar, the depreciation might reduce. So what we can do is we can buy dollars from Japan and instead we can give them the rupee at a particular exchange rate and later give it back the dollars and get the rupee back. So this is basically an agreement what is is known as the currency swap arrangement. So what we are going to do here is whenever at the time of crisis, we can actually go and ask for help from Japan. So this will actually help us economically because Japan is a very friendly country when it comes to the other neighboring countries that we are surrounded by. Also, what it does is basically there is an agreement between these two countries that this will be exchanged at a particular price so that there is no loss based on the current prices, followed by which there will be a reversal of these currencies based on a particular price. Say you have taken the dollars for a say 2 years, and then after 2 years you need to return it and get the rupee back. So that's exactly how currency swap arrangement works. Followed which yesterday was Rashtriya Ekta Divas, so it is basically National Unity Day. It is celebrated or commemorated on the birthday of Sardar Vallabhai Patel. You need to understand that this whole commemoration started from 2014 once the BJP government came into power. I've also told you about the contribution of Sardar Vallabhai Patel in uniting the India because there were 550 princely states across our country and which was united by Sardar Vallabhai Patel. He found a lot of challenges also. Say Hyderabad Nizam was not ready to join. He wanted to join Pakistan. Junagadh was not ready to join. Even Kashmir was not ready to join. But he used all his negotiation skills, his farsightedness to connect everybody to the India. Moving forward, this is about the SEO meeting there that is basically known as Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So what they're going to do is they're going to plan an urban disaster exercise. So you need to understand that there are two important countries here. First is India and followed by Pakistan. And Pakistan has agreed to be a member of this urban disaster exercise that's gonna happen in India. Also, the NDRF team, that is National Disaster Relief force, that is basically going to implement the whole thing within India. Also, you need to understand there is one more structure within the SCO known as a regional anti-terrorism structure, whose basically headquarter is in Uzbekistan. So you need to understand all the important states or basically the countries which are involved in SCO. There are basically 8 states such as Russia. Here you can see China. Here you can see Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. You can see Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. Here the two important countries because India and Pakistan, because as you know that SARC is no more a functioning actually a grouping because there are a lot of controversies. We have not been talking to Pakistan when it comes to the terrorism that we are doing, and this is the only forum where we are standing together with Pakistan. So that's the whole reason why SU becomes really important. And this is the news about Venkaya Naidu is on a 3 African nation visit. So he's gonna visit basically Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. Right now, he's visiting the Botswana. So if you understand this, when the Narendra Modi went for the BRICS nation visit, BRICS mission, so he went for most of the African nations. So he went for Rwanda, Uganda. The reason why we are doing this is we understand that Africa has a lot of resources, and we want to actually use it and give them the technology. Also, give them this goodwill because we want to just not be an economic interest to them but also share the goodwill among them. What happens later is we'll have a lot of agreement and then that will be a particular market for us because we also produce a lot of finished good, right? So all these finished goods will be find its place in these markets. So we want to develop a new market for ourselves. For that we are actually developing their infrastructure. We are helping them every way that is possible. So that this is what our strategy is. Whereas if we see the China strategy, they're very exploitative in nature. They actually give you loans blindly which you cannot repay back, and once you're not able to repay back, they will actually seize all your property, land, everything, and you'll be leased for it. So that's exactly what they did for Sri Lanka, Hambantota port, and that's the same policy that they are actually using for China also. But when it comes to India and Japan, we are building Asia Africa corridor, which is on the same lines of being more creating more infrastructure for the African nation. We believe in mutual growth rather than actually the exploiting the particular state or country. Followed which you can see the map here. You can see Botswana here, Zimbabwe here, and Malawi here. Also, you need to understand that the Tropic of Capricorn actually passes through Botswana. So they might just give you a statement saying, does Tropic of Capricorn passes through Botswana or not? Or is it below the equator or is it above the equator? The answer is it is below the equator. As you can see right over here, it's below equator and the Tropic of Capricorn just passes through it. Also, you might see it passes through Namibia here and followed by here you will see Mozambique here. So if you see if does it passes through Zimbabwe, the answer is no. Does it pass through Malawi? No. So as you can see right over here. Also, if you want to see it more clearly, you can see right here. Okay, yeah, here. So here you'll see the capital of Botswana. It is basically Gaborone. And here you'll see basically capital of Zimbabwe. It's known as Harare. And here you'll find the capital of Malawi. That is basically Lilongwe. So all these important countries, their location, you need to understand. Also, if you see the map of Africa, what you'll find strange is most of their boundaries are like linear in nature. The reason being their distribution of countries when it happened, it was basically done on a particular map and using a scale. That's the reason why these countries have these linear boundaries everywhere. So that's all for today, guys. I hope this video helped you a lot. Just revise once more what we have discussed today. First thing which we have discussed is basically Venkaya Naidu, who's our vice president, is on a 3 African visit. They are basically Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. You can see them on the map here, right over here. Also, you might see South Africa here because it's this is also an important country when it comes to India, because Mahatma Gandhi started his whole action for freedom. He learned everything right away in South Africa. That's the whole reason why this country is very important and very close to us. Also, we have good ties when it comes to playing cricket with them. Also, we studied about Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The reason why this becomes very important is because there is no other forum where actually India and Pakistan are talking. This is the only forum which becomes very much active, and that's the reason this might come up exam anywhere. Moving forward, we talked about the National Unity Day, also known as Rashtriya Ekta Divas. This has been commemorated on the name of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Followed which we understand the currency swap arrangement between India and Japan. Also the growth rate of various states within our country. We saw that Andhra Pradesh have got the double digit, followed by Telangana and Karnataka. We studied about our improved ranking to 77th when it comes to ease of doing business. This report is basically given by the World Bank. So that's all for today, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share this as much as you can. Thank you and have a